Hey guys, this is Cyril Gupta, the best friend in your business, and I just got off reviewing a product called GPT Apps Engine. And with this product, you can create hundreds of AI-based apps that you can sell, or you can even give away, or you can use as a lead magnet. Or if you want, you can package them up and make a super app out of those and sell it as a agency provider, as a reseller. You can even do a white label. So if you want to market it as your own product, you can do that. And there's a lot going on in this product, and I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to show you exactly how it works, all the features, and how you can use it in your business. I've done a couple of case studies, so let's go and take a look. But before we do that, I just want to remind you that if you like this product, make sure you get it from my link. The reason is, if you do that, then I can give you Technique Force rewards, Technique Force reward points, and that means you can get my applications absolutely free of cost. Plus, from now, you can also get credits. So if you got my apps and you want credits to use in my apps, you can use the Technique Force rewards to turn them into credits and use them inside of the products that you purchase from me. So now let's take a look at GPT Apps Engine and see if this is something you want. Okay guys, so today I'm looking at a new app. It's called GPT Apps Engine, and this app can help you create lots of AI applications that you can sell. That's the promise. And literally you can create hundreds of different apps in many different niches. So today we're going to take a look at GPT Apps Engine and see if this is something that you can use in your business, and if yes, then how. The first thing you need to do when you get to the app is, of course, create a workspace. And the workspace is like a unit or a category where you can put in information about whatever project you're creating. So let's call this Technique Force Apps. Click on create, and of course there is watch training. So if you need help, just click on watch training. I'm going to click on create, and then you're taken to the dashboard. This is where you would get a tutorial, so you can watch this. All right, so it's not really a tutorial, it's not working. So I think that's where the tutorial will come in, right? And you can see the total number of apps and super apps you created, the total number of leads you got, and other assets that you set up, like a co-pilot, right? So I will be telling you a little more about all these things. Let's go to apps now and try to create an app. So you can either create from scratch, or you can use a template to create something that is already there and modify it. I will create using a template first. And you have so many different templates. There are literally hundreds of them, right? So you can see that's a lot of different templates right here. And you have by the way, this works in so many different languages too. This is cool. All right, so let's go back to the top, and you can have categories too. So if you want to work only with email related apps, email related templates, you can do that. Copywriting, ads, SEO, e-commerce, courses, sales, leads, social media, video, marketing, coaching, finances, consultants, local businesses, a lot of different categories. And you can create apps in all of these different categories. Let's, for example, try to create something for onboarding sequences. All right, so let me just tell you what creating an app in this particular niche means. Now, any app that you set up, like you saw a bunch of different options, it's gonna let you create a workflow to achieve that outcome. So this app, for example, onboarding sequences, it is an app that will help your customers create an onboarding sequence. So basically you are the provider of the app to your customer, right? Being an agency, that's the purpose. So you can call it whatever you want, and of course you would want to make it related to your particular niche. So let's say you are in the business of promoting plant growth food. So you can say plant, or you want to sell to people who create plant growth products, right? So you can say gardener onboarding sequence, for example, and you can describe it, you can give it more information. What language do you want to target? There are a number of different options. It uses OpenAI, which is the AI with the most number of languages supported. That's why you have all these options, right? I think all the popular languages of the world are here. That's great. But of course, English is the most supported language, or European languages. And I'm going to tell you this, If you want the best results from AI, English is the language that you will get the best results in, and then followed by other popular European languages like Spanish, like French, German. The reason is AI is trained on the public content available to people, and definitely there is a lot more content available in English than in other languages. Then you can select what AI model you want to use. There is GPT 3.5, GPT 4o mini, GPT 4 turbo, and GPT 4o. Now GPT 3.5 is getting a little bit dated, guys, so if you want to create content that's good, that's still fast, I would always recommend getting GPT 4o mini. It's a good model, a new one. All right, so next, if you want to upload an image, you can upload an icon. Let me see if I can get an icon from me. Here we go. Okay, so I think the computer is working a little bit slow because of the recording that's going on. I'm just gonna find a graphic from I'll just find my own company's graphic. It's a working model, right? So just gonna put Technic Force. All right, done. Save and next. And now you have a set of questions that the AI is gonna ask to create the onboarding sequence, and you can modify these questions. For example, the first one, what's your company or brand name? And if you want to put in a placeholder solution, you can do that. And you can also select what kind of input that question will get. Is it a text or number or email or date, whatever you want, and whether it is required or is it something that people can skip. Yep. So that's the second question. What product or service are you onboarding the user for? Or for example, if I want to customize it, remember, customization is the key if you want to succeed in using this app to make money. So I would use something like, what kind of plants do you have in your garden? Remember, customization, right? So you can create customized onboarding sequences for businesses. That's what it's about. Who's the target audience, right? So for example, you can say, what kind of plants does your audience? Okay, because it's targeted at businesses. And then they can be like, are they home gardeners or farmers? And so on, right? I'm not gonna take a lot of time trying to create a custom sequence for everything. I'm gonna just delete the last two, right? And hopefully the 5 questions are enough to create an onboarding sequence. Click on save and next again. And now you can select how the app should look. So they've got like 6 different themes. Actually, there are 5. So there's the default template, the template 1, which is actually a dark template, then template 2, template 3, 4, and 5. Well, imaginative names, I gotta say. I'll just go for template default. All right, save next. And this is the CTA. So CTA is like, this is, hold on. This is the response. So you can see the placeholder places, the placeholder things. And this is the prompt that goes to the AI. And again, you can change the prompt too. If you want to change the prompt, absolutely you can do that. And then you can create a custom, prompt that will help your audience better. We will display the AI response, or if you want to have people go to a different link, you can use the redirect link, or you want a thank you message. All of that is possible. Click on launch and the app is done. This is the app Gardener onboarding sequence. So if you click on it, you will see things like copy, embed code, so that you can put it on web pages. Now this is a great feature, because what you can do is you can have a website or a blog, whatever you have, and you can embed this app in there. So people who come to the website, they'll be able to see the app, they'll be able to interact, and they'll be able to get results. And this is like the calculator trend of earlier. So people created all these little widgets, little calculators that work for different niches. And now it's all about AI apps. So this is cool. You can embed it, you can duplicate it, you can create super app. Super app is like a combination of many apps. So we'll create it later. Or you can add it to workspace. We only have one workspace. It's already a part of that. So I'm going to leave it at that. Click on it. And I think you will be able to modify it, edit it. All right. So I'm going to just create more apps. But first, I want to see it in action. Let's see how to get that done. Okay. So I got this displayed for you. And all it took was a little bit of HTML code. So this is a widget. It can be embedded on any website. So what I did was I just created an empty HTML document and embedded the app in there. So now you have the app over here. So you can see this like this, the information is there. So my brand name is, for example, Techniforce. What kind of plants? Well, they have tomatoes, right? Tomatoes are the best plants ever. Home gardeners, yes. Okay. What's the main goal of this onboarding sequence? So, well, I want to sell them my plant food and I want them to know what it's about. I'm just writing some garbage from my head. What tone would you like for your emails? Informal and a bit funny. So you can put in any input, click on submit, and it's generating the responses right now. Let's see. Okay, still taking a little more time. I'm gonna pause. All right, so the emails are generated. It took about 15 seconds, not that lot. So welcome to the tomato revolution. Welcome to Techniforce. Let's get growing. Hey there, fellow garden guru. Welcome to the Techniforce family. We are thrilled to have you on board with our ultimate plant food, tomatoes. Get ready to embark on a journey, and blah blah and so on. So there's a second mail. Let's get your garden pumped up, and there is an FAQ mail. Perfectly fine. There is a fourth email, success stories, and fifth email that says let's keep growing together. So you know what? It's a good sequence, right? It's a good sequence, and you can create custom sequences for different businesses, and that people will like. All right, so next, let's create a super app. So go to super app and create super app. Again, let's put in a logo. I don't have another logo, so I just use the same thing again. This time in black. Let's call it my super app 1. No description. All right, I'm not feeling very imaginative right now. I'm not gonna change the footer branding. We can keep it. If you wanna keep a policy page, you can. If you wanna add other URLs, you can do that too. Gonna go with the defaults, click on save and next, and the app is already done. So what do you do with super apps? You just go to apps, you find your app, and you click add to super app, and that adds it to the super app. So let's create one more app, and this time from the scratch. I told you I would show you how to create apps from the scratch. So let's call it my, I have to be creative for a moment. All right, so let's make it about us generator for dentists, and put the same thing in descriptions. English, yes. GPT model 4.0 mini, that's the best one right now, fast and accurate, and we can add questions. So are you okay? So what's your specialty? And you can give it a placeholder like ortho dentistry. Did I get the spelling right? I did. Okay, second question. Do you have special facility for kids? Yes, placeholder. Again, third one. Do you have x-ray? Yes. All right, and this is gonna be a text, or is there a yes no option? Yeah, radio button. This is checkbox, right? Checkbox. So there's a checkbox. Come back here, and I will think this is a checkbox too, and this is gonna be a text. Perfect. So this looks good, and I will click on save next. And now again, choose the theme. This time let's go for this theme, save and next, and you can then put in your prompt, right? So you need to have the question ID. So add Q1, add Q2, like that. You will need to create the question ID, and so I can have create an about us. Well, I should have asked for the dentist name, I didn't do that, but then this is something you will do when you create a professional app. About us app for a dentist. He has, or she has, they have their specialty in Q question 1. See, there is a little prompt that helps you. Great, this is good. And they are also, and they, okay, that's okay. If they are kid, the answer to whether they are kid friendly is question 2. Mention that if they are. And they also have the answer to whether they have X-ray is question 3. Mention that if they have it. And then the same old thing, like, you know, redirect link if you want to send them to redirect, or you want to get the response. Finally, click on launch. App is created, and you can now add it to the super app. All right, that's done. Here, now it's done. Okay, so I want to embed this and I want to see this. You know, I created this app pretty much by myself, didn't think much. So I clicked on edit. Actually, I don't want to edit it, I want to embed it. Copy embed code, and I have this little thing over here. I'll just replace the embed code, save it, and try to run it again. Let's do that. Got the file here. On the second monitor, I have like 3 monitors, right? So I have to move things around to show you my app. All right, so this is the app. What's your specialty? Orthodontistry. I don't know. Endodentistry, is there such a thing? I don't know. I just thought of it. Click on submit. Okay, so credits not available. So it seems that my test is now out of credits already. I guess I didn't get a lot of credits. So sadly, I can't show you the results, but I expect the results would be pretty much in the tune the last one was. Then you have Copilot, and Copilot is like a chat system, right? It's a trained Copilot, it's a trained chatbot that you can embed on your website, and it can answer questions, and you can also use it as your own personal assistant. So you can kind of ask it questions and it will answer. So you have an option to either show it as a pop-up in the middle of the screen or on the side, and you can again, you know, put in a name, description, placeholder text, and all of these different things. Let's click on next. Let's give it a name. Okay, let's give it a proper name, Joy. Yep. Okay, and there is a welcome message. You can set up a thank you message. You can train it by putting in 5 PDFs. So you can put in up to 5 PDFs to train it. Finally, you can grab leads using the Copilot, right? So I don't want to add any URL. I don't want to train, but okay, let's put in a URL. All right, add URL. Oh no. Okay, save next. All right, so that's, I think it's being trained right now. Okay, so training is done. So you can actually grab leads. People who want to talk to your Copilot, they can give you the leads. So you can put them in a list. You will have to create lead systems. Let's do that. Go to leads. Okay, I'm gonna save it, but I don't think it's complete, so it might not actually. Okay, so it's saved and it gave me a embed code. I will leave that alone for a moment. Leave, come to leads, and now you've got the chatbot over here. It's already created. That's cool. Come to leads, and this is where you will see the leads that you have collected, and you can export a CSV file, take it to the autoresponder. App response. Now we did create a couple of results, right? So I ran out of credits in the second one, but look at this. This was the responses that I gave, and you can use this to kind of analyze what people are putting in the apps that you created. And you can see here again, there are so many different information pieces that have been provided. And this is great because it means you can kind of do a survey with this app and get into the minds of your customers. I like that. And there is a visitor feedback section. This is for Copilot, right? Okay, that's for Copilot. You can see what people were talking about. And if you got the right version, it can also do the white label thing. So you can put in your own logo. You can put in your own footer branding, and then you can sell it as an app that you created by yourself. All right, so that's one thing. Click on settings. You can create workspaces. Over here I've already created one, actually it's showing up twice, but that's not a problem. You can also give access to your client, so you can add a client by just putting in the name, the email, and then how many credits you want to give them. Like I got too few, I think. And if you want to allot a particular amount of training data size, so you can do up to 5,000 MBs, right? So that's 5,000 KBs, that's about 5 MB. So you can allot them about 5 MBs of training data space, so they can upload some files. So that was for client management. This is if you're trying to resell the app and give people access and charge money from them. Then teams are your own team members, and you can add your team. They'll be working on your accounts. They won't have a client account, and they won't have a different they will have a different workspace, but your team members will have the same workspace. Already showed you about the white label. Subscriptions. This is all about other apps that you can get. If you are interested in any of those, go ahead and check them out. This is where you put in your autoresponders, and you can see it supports quite a few. MailChimp, Aweber, GetResponse, so many, right? Mail via smart mailers, Send, Pulse, some of them I don't even know about. There are a couple of webinar platforms, actually one, GoToWebinar, CRM, Salesforce, Infusionsoft, and HubSpot, and content providers. Well, you can integrate your own OpenAI API key, and that's cool because that means you will never run out of credits. If I had known that, the first thing I would have done is integrate my own OpenAI AI key. All right, so this was GPT Apps Engine. Now let's take a look at create using a template again. I think this is the most powerful part of the app, right? Creating apps using a template, and they have so many different templates: competitive analysis, customer feedback, product recommendations, sales and strategy planning, conversion rate optimization, literally hundreds of these. So you can create a super app having one of each, or you can create maybe specialized apps for different segments, and they're all neatly categorized, right? For coaching, for marketing, for consultants, for leads, for sales, everything is in here, right? So you can create apps on any of these topics and then sell them, then market them, or offer them as an agency provider, and kind of always be able to customize them, even have a white label version, or even do reseller or agency sales on this. So this was GPT Apps Engine, guys, and if you like this product, make sure you get it from me. I'll tell you why. Because when you get this product from me, I will be able to give you great bonuses, and not just that, I will also be able to give you Technic Force rewards points, Technic Force rewards, the best things ever, because then you can get my applications free of cost. And if you have my applications, you can get credit points to use them absolutely free of cost. So this is what it's all about. I will see you with a different review next time. This is Cyril Gupta, your best friend in the business, signing off.